Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
And we are back at Carcieri Field here at East Greenwich High School in East Greenwich, Rhode Island. Glenn Contasolo with you. Thanks for tuning in as we continue our coverage of the Rhode Island Interscholastic League Boys Soccer Championship. This is the Division II championship between Westerly and Classical. Classical, the number 1 seed, and Westerly, the number 4 seed. Classical comes in 15-1-1 on the season. Westerly, the Bulldogs, finished the season 12-4-2. These two teams met during the regular season. Classical losing to Westerly by a score of 1-0. Story in this game will be, can the Bulldogs contain Classical and their offensive star, the top goal scorer in the state, Julio Jimenez. He's a senior striker for Classical, while for Westerly, they come in with a group of seniors on defense, 3 seniors and a junior, and a couple of seniors up front, striker, as a couple of strikers as well. Gerardio and Weber, a couple of seniors for the Bulldogs. So we'll see how this match plays out here tonight, our second match of the night, the first semifinal here in Division II. It'll be a second game to follow. The 2 winners here tonight will move on to the championship that will be played on Saturday over at Rhode Island College. Perfect night to play soccer, although the temperature is pretty cool out there for not only the players on the field, but the fans in the stands. They'll have to huddle up and stay warm here tonight, but there'll be no precipitation. This game were moved to this evening because of the impending weather they're expecting here in the area coming up tomorrow and as well on Thursday. So to avoid any more scheduling nightmares, they moved all the games to tonight, and then they'll have the finals on the weekend, and all forecasts for the weekend look to be real good. So I thought that was a pretty good move by the Rhode Island Interscholastic League officials to move these games up and avoid the weather here midweek here in the state of Rhode Island. My name's Glenn Contasolo. Thanks for tuning in. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll have the start of this first semifinal of Division II here tonight, Westerly and Classical, right after this. Stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to East Greenwich High School in Carcieri Stadium. Local Boosters Club is open to your right if you need something warm to drink or something to eat. The bathrooms are also located there. Once they finish shaking hands, I'm going to identify the subs for Westerly and then the starters, and I'll do the same for Classical. Okay, we'll get started. Senior midfielder number 15, Christian Foster. Senior forward number 10, Zach Weber. Junior midfielder number 21, Mike Johns. Junior defender number 20, Andrew Papita. Sophomore midfielder number 31, Rob Alessio. Sophomore midfielder number 19, Mitch Fish. Sophomore midfielder number 17, Terrell Norris. Sophomore midfielder number 32, Adam Mascartallo. And now the starters for Westerly. Senior defender captain number 8, Tim Moran. Senior midfielder captain number 9, Greg Garceau. Senior forward number 5, captain John Caradeco. Senior defender number 18, Matt Giannicarelli. Senior midfielder number 4, Sam Manfred. Senior defender number 6, Dylan Sierra. Junior keeper number 33, Cooper Ferreira. Junior defender number 3, Rob Tribeca Sakaya. Junior midfielder number 12, Christian Walsh. Sophomore midfielder number 13, Pat Johns. Sophomore midfielder number 2, Billy McCormick. I think I've missed one other non-starter, Spencer Mills. Assistant coach Brian Williams, assistant coach Don Ahern, and head coach Les Ahern. And now the non-starters for Classical. Number 4, Giovanni Valentino. Number 5, Feliciano Velasquez. Number 8, Jorge Blanco. Number 12, Adam Young. Number 13, Kenny Cordova. Number 14, Devin Callanan. Number 17, Pablo Gonzalez. Number 20, Jose Ordonez. Number 22, Kevin Tay. Number 28, Giovanni Grand. And keeper, Rob Machiavello. And now your starters for the Classical Purple. Keeper, number 1, Noah Kim. Number 2, Richmond Hewitt. Number 3, Michael Varecchia. Number 6, Nathan Callanan. Number 7, Daniel Mata. Number 9, Captain Julio Jimenez. Number 10, Captain Saul Talvera. Number 11, Max Diaz. Number 21, Captain Asa Song. Number 23, Billy O'Gara. And number 30, Matt McPherson. Assistant coach is Richard Peters. Head coach is Ryan Cafferty. We will not be playing the national anthem. We've already played it once this evening. It's time to play the game.
And we are ready for boys championship soccer here at East Greenwich High School, Carcieri Field. This is one of the Division II semifinals here tonight, Westerly and Classical. The purple as the top seed coming in 15-1-1. Bulldogs from Westerly High, 12-4-2. My name's Glenn Conticello. Thanks for tuning in. This should be a real good matchup. We got the top goal scorer in the state, Julio Jimenez, one of the captains for the purple, coached by Ryan Cafferty, and Les Ahern is the head man for the Westerly Bulldogs. They will be wearing the blue uniforms trimmed in white, while the Classical, the purple, will actually be wearing white jerseys with the dark pants trimmed in white. And as we said before, very cool temperatures here tonight, but no precipitation, so will have no effect in regards to that. But it will be cool here this evening. Our referee is George Mello for tonight's first semifinal. This is our second game of the night. We'll have our second semifinal here in Division II coming up next. Well, the key here for Westerly will be to contain Julio Jimenez. He has had a big season. 23 goals, 11 assists to lead the state in scoring. And these two teams met during the regular season, towards the end of the regular season. It was Westerly gaining the 1-0 victory. All right, and we are underway. Here in this first half, Classical going from right to left on your computer screen. Brian Byrne is producing tonight's broadcast. I'll see teams trying to feel each other out here early in the match, and again with the cool temperatures. And here on the turf field, sometimes you are concerned a bit about a team if they have not had a number of games on this type of surface or playing under the lights, because the ball will move quickly. Number 21 is Asa Son, one of the captains, senior striker for the Classical High Purple. Get a throw in along the far sideline for Classical. And it's sent to the top of the penalty box here. It quickly headed away, and now bicycle kicked away by Ferreira for Westerly. Now quickly sent towards the box, looking to try to connect with Jimenez, but it was swept away and sent towards midfield. Quickly, Classical trying to gain possession. And now looks like we got a handball there right in front of us here at midfield. But no, they say the ball was actually out of play. So we'll get a throw-in by O'Gara. Billy O'Gara, just a sophomore midfielder for Classical. Again, he'll throw it in. Looking to feed ahead. Again, the key will be to get the ball on the foot of Julio Jimenez. He has proven he knows exactly what to do with the ball once he gains possession with the state-leading goals. We are just underway here in East Greenwich, Rhode Island. Again, Westerly in the blue, but Classical gains possession. Jimenez trying to feed ahead, looking to connect with Max Diaz, a senior midfielder for Classical. That was turned aside by the Bulldogs. Usually it's so important, midfield play and who can gain possession and who defensively can stop any potential offensive rushes. Right there, they're trying to connect ahead for Jimenez, but we got a whistle, and he, I think, was offside. Jimenez trying to move ahead. Being hounded by a couple of defenders, still has it, looking to try and center it. He does get it to the center of the penalty box area, but that quickly is stopped by the Bulldog defense. At midfield, they try and battle for position here. Again, first couple of minutes of this match, we'll see teams trying to feel each other out. Number 21 is Asa Son. Son ahead now for Jimenez. Jimenez, nice stutter step, puts a shot on net and just sent it wide. Oh, he's got a quick shot. Trying to get the near side. He had some space, but not a lot as he put that shot on net of Bill McCormick, the sophomore keeper for the Bulldogs. Well, we saw in the first match here this evening, good things can happen if you just put the ball on net. That one, again, missed wide, but we saw a shot on net. Goalie could not keep control, and the loose ball was converted for a goal. Tim Moore with the free kick for the Bulldogs, and he sends one into the penalty box area, and it was shy of the top of the box, and it's headed out by Mike Veracchia. Players come together near midfield. We get a whistle and a call against Westerly, so the purple will have possession. And Classical wearing the white jerseys, Westerly in the blue. Battle at midfield. Classical with possession. O'Gara sent it ahead. Now there's a shot on net and a score! It happened pretty quickly, but Asa Son So Asa Son giving Classical the early lead. And for Son, his 12th goal of the season, giving Classical the early lead. at just 5:21. Well, we'll get a free kick here for Classical. It'll be taken by Jimenez. Jimenez, low shot, skips a couple of times, but it's stopped by McCormick. So Classical taking the early lead. And again, Classical trying to mount another opportunity. That ball sent out of play. We'll get a throw in. Almost an opportunity there for the purple, but it's turned aside by the Bulldogs defense. Bulldogs trying to mount an offensive attack here. It was turned aside momentarily by the defense. Now Walsh, or check that, that'll be Charadio will throw it in. The ball sent towards the penalty box area by Zach Weber. Out midfield. Player got sent down. That's O'Gara. O'Gara getting up slowly, but he looks to be okay. All right, so now we'll have a free kick here. Be handled by Nate Callanan. Callanan feeding it ahead. Under control was Jimenez momentarily, but now it's cleared aside. And we'll get a throw in for the purple as they continue to pressure. Looks like a handball there, and it is called. Well, so far it's been Classical with the better of the opportunities, if not all of the opportunities we have seen thus far in this first half. Glenn Contasolo with you. Thanks for tuning in here tonight. Quickly a feed ahead. They're trying to connect with Christian Walsh, but the defense got back for Classical, and they're able to stop that opportunity momentarily. Quickly coming ahead. Son able to feed it ahead, but we'll get a throw in. Son with the first goal of the game at the 5:21 mark of this first half. His 12th goal of the season. Another opportunity that was stopped by McCormick. Shot by Daniel Mata. Ball set up to midfield. Classical has been winning the battles here in the early part of this game. Midfield area. And right there they take possession, quickly transition back into offense. This is Son. Chasing is Jimenez. Jimenez got it. Keeps it in play. Jimenez now looking to change direction. Still has possession. Good ball control here by Classical. They get it to the top of the box. Son looking for a header, but was out of his reach and cleared aside. Call against Classical there. Bulldogs will have a free kick. Trailing 1-0. Approaching 10 minutes played thus far in this first half. Sam Madfred, senior midfielder for the Bulldogs. Losing possession. Son had it. Now it deflects out. Say it was last touched by Classical, or check that, by the Bulldogs, so Classical will throw in. Bulldogs now trying to mount an offense. This is Sarah. Geradio tried to send one towards the penalty box area. That was swept aside. Garceau, Greg Garceau, a senior midfielder. Also with an opportunity here, but lost it. We'll get a Classical throw-in. A little over 11 minutes played here in this first half. 1-0 is our score. Classical on top. Westerly trying to mount an offensive attack here. Cleared aside. Son went down as he collided with a Bulldog. Collided with Jonathan Geradio. Call went against the senior striker. Now we get a whistle by the referee, George Mello, and call will go against the purple. So a free kick here for Westerly, down by a goal. Still early in this one. Ahead, this is Zach Weber. Weber now. Hands for Geradio. And he gets pickpocketed pretty quickly, and Classical turns and comes ahead. Racing after it is Jimenez. Julio Jimenez had it, got stripped. Taken away by Dylan Serra. And the Bulldogs move it ahead. Now the teams battle at midfield. Oh, nice bicycle kick ahead by Son. Looking to connect there with Jimenez. He got tripped down. Goes sprawling. And now we get a whistle. And we'll get a call here against Westerly. Very physical game thus far. Players are going down. That was Max Diaz that went down. I think I might have said Jimenez. So we'll get a free kick here for the purple. Number 10. Taking that free kick, it gets deflected in on net, stopped by McCormick. Shot put on by Talavera. Now the throw in here by O'Gara for Classical, trying to move it ahead. Again, teams battling for possession here at midfield. Jimenez doing a nice job, and now it's cleared aside. So we'll get a throw in for Classical. They lead it 1-0. 14 minutes played here in this first half. Classical on a goal by Asa Son, leading it 1-0. Jimenez gets stripped of the ball. Again, another throw in for Classical. Matt McPherson, a junior defensive back, will throw it in, sending it towards the penalty box area. It's kicked away, and Bulldogs trying to gain possession, and they finally send it towards midfield. Right there, though, was Talavera, and he sent it right back in on the westerly end of the field, but that's turned right back aside by the Bulldogs. They try and race it ahead. Coming out of his keeper area is Noah Kim, the sophomore, and he's able to clear it out. This is Ferreira. Battling with Dan Mota. Again, very physical play here in this first Division II semifinal of the night. We're at Carchera Field at East Greenwich High School in East Greenwich, Rhode Island. Glenn Contasello with you. Thanks for tuning in for our broadcast tonight of our first Division II semifinal. We'll have a second one to follow here tonight. Bulldogs with the throw-in. This is Zach Weber, and that's cleared out by Mota. Quickly, Classical tries to transition back on offense. Chasing is Diaz, but ball sent right back to midfield. Team's really battling for possession at midfield. Jimenez now on the far sideline has the ball deflected out off of a Bulldog, so a throw in there for Classical. As we said during the regular season, these two teams battled to a 1-0 victory for Classical. That's the score that we have right here, right now. Westerly, rather, 1-0 victory. Thank you very much, Brian Byrne. That's why he's my producer. Keeps me on the straight and narrow. This is O'Gara. Giving it ahead for Jimenez. Bulldogs, though, able to gain possession. Looking to get an opportunity here. Feet ahead, trying to connect with Charadio, but that got deflected away and goes over the sideline, and we'll get a throw in here on the near side. Walsh, no, he was going to throw it in. Now he flips it to his teammate, and the throw in will be handled by Charadio. Jonathan Charadio, senior forward for the Bulldogs. And he sends one in towards the penalty box area, looking for a header from his teammate Ferreira. Doesn't connect. Bulldogs trying to get turned around for a shot on net. They couldn't do it. Had to send it back to midfield and try and regroup. Now it deflects into the penalty box area for an opportunity here by Charadio. Still has possession. Now sends it, tries to get it out in front. Got deflected away. And an opportunity here for Weber, but he fell down. He lost his footing. And it's quickly cleared out by Classical. Oh, an opportunity there for Westerly, but the purple defense able to hold on. And Bulldogs not getting a shot on goal. Very cool temperatures here at Carchera Field, and fans trying to stay warm. The players, though, once they're out there on the field working hard, they don't, trust me, I played in this kind of weather, and once you're out there playing, you don't even feel it. But the fans certainly do feel it. And for those crazy enough in the press box to open our windows, we feel it too. All right, we get a goal kick here for Classical. Brian telling me it's 39 degrees outside our broadcast position here at Carchera Field, and I don't doubt him. Bulldogs again trying to mount an attack. There's a centering opportunity and trying to connect with Charadio, but coming out defensively was Noah Kim, the sophomore keeper for Classical, making the stop. Another opportunity there for Westerly. We've seen that a couple of times last minute or so. Down by a goal. Jimenez trying to free himself. Got stripped of the ball, and we get a call here. Let's see what it is. You know, they're going to give the ball free kick here for Classical. Or is it a throw-in? I think it's a free kick. Get some changes here for the purple. O'Gara will head off. Number 28, Giovanni Grand, senior defenseman, has come on for Classical. Number 6, Nate Callanan, is on for the purple. Ball headed ahead. Westerly has an opportunity. The feed ahead for an opportunity by Weber, and the shot is deflected away. Coming back. That was Mike Verachia, a senior defenseman for Classical, able to stop that opportunity. And now Jimenez is offsides. The last couple of minutes of this match, Westerly has had some opportunities, have not been able to get really a shot on net. But they have been able to transition into an offensive opportunity, just not able to finish with at least a shot on Kim. They trail 1-0, looking for the equalizer. 18:35 remaining in this first half. Number 12, that's Christian Walsh with Charadio. Charadio here along the near sideline. Ball was deflected out by the Classical defense, so we'll get a throw-in. Charadio will do the honors. And he gets it right back off the throw-in deflection. Trying to go along the goal line area, but ball was deflected out, taken back and sent right back in by Tim Morin for the Bulldogs. And now the purple transition into offense. Coming ahead was Giovanni Grand, and he collided with Sierra. And Sierra gets the call against him, so we'll get free kick here for Classical. It'll be taken by Callanan, Nate Callanan, senior. Send one towards the top of the penalty box area. That's headed away. Manfred trying to bring it ahead, being harassed by Son for Classical. Again, as we have seen in this first half, very physical play on both sides. And it's been clean, but just very physical. Inside 17 minutes remaining in this first half. 16:45 to be exact. 1-0 is our score. Classical on top. Asa Son with a goal at 5:21 of this first half, giving Classical the early lead. Winner of this game will go on to the state finals on Saturday. And they'll play the winner of our nightcap here today, which comes up next. Off the throw-in, this is Diaz. Diaz gets stripped, and the ball taken by Westerly, and they quickly turn and come ahead. Manfred still with it along the far sideline, still with possession. Now he sends one into the penalty box area. We think he was looking to connect with Charadio. It was cleared aside by the Classical defense. Now Son had possession. Bulldogs still fighting, trying to get an opportunity here or a shot on goal, but the Purple's defense really battling. Both teams have had opportunities. Obviously, Classical has cashed in, leading at 1-0. This is Christian Walsh. And get a call against Westerly, so Classical will have a free kick. We got a player on the far side that seems to be in some discomfort. And they're going to have him leave the field. That's number 9, Greg Garceau, a senior midfielder for the Bulldogs. He'll go out, get looked at. Inside 15 minutes remaining in this first half. Both teams making substitutions here. Giovanni Grand will head off for Classical. Westerly looking to mount an attack. There's a ball headed towards the goal, but coming out defensively, Noah Kim, just a sophomore. The instincts of a senior there. Nicely done. And now, Classical with possession. Mounting an opportunity here. Ace Hassan, he's got the lone goal of the game. He sends one towards the net high and wide. Got underneath that opportunity there and sent it well high and wide of the net over the head of Bill McCormick. A couple of sophomores playing in net here this evening in this state semifinal match. Teams battling for possession at midfield. So important in a match. Midfield play and how well you win the battles in midfield. Bulldogs with possession. This is Manfred. Manfred now. Had his shot deflected. Gets it back. Tips it ahead. Moving is Weber. He gets stripped. Ball cleared aside. Now it's Charadio. There's a shot hit towards the net, and sliding to his knees is Noah Kim, making the stop. Quick reaction by Kim. And he quickly boots it ahead to midfield. Approaching 12 and a half remaining in this first half. Now we get a call against Jimenez. Now a steal for Classical. Feeding it ahead as Jimenez races after it, and he gains possession. 1-on-2. Look at him move. Jimenez trying to move it towards the penalty box area, but he got sandwiched off the ball, and Westerly will come ahead at midfield. Charadio looking ahead for Manfred, but ball headed away by Rich Hewitt, senior defensive back for Classical. Well, we were told this would be a really good, intense matchup, and we have definitely seen that here thus far. Yes, Classical has scored the lone goal, but Westerly has had their opportunities. Again, Classical looking for an opportunity. The ball sent into the penalty box area, but it goes right through the front of the net, and it went out of play, so we will get possession for Westerly. Boy, when need be, Julio Jimenez really can turn on the afterburners and chase after those loose balls or the feed ahead of the field. He can fire and chase after them. And here at midfield, then teams stop playing a bit. Asa Son with possession, sending it ahead for Jimenez. Controlling, though, here are the Bulldogs, and they feed it ahead. Deep far sideline. That looks to be Matt Giancarelli, senior defensive back for the Bulldogs. Although possession taken back by Classical. Now again, teams battling at midfield. Manfred, well, he's got some speed on him. Got pickpocketed though. Daniel Moda had it momentarily. And now Classical again with possession, and McPherson had it, and now we got a whistle. And the referee, George Mello, brings a couple of people together, and we've got a card. A yellow card being handed out to a Westerly player. And that's number 6, Dylan Sarah. So Sarah is headed off, being handed the yellow card. We'll get a free kick here, and it's hit towards the penalty box area and quickly cleared aside. Once again with possession. Classical centering now, goes through the penalty box area, and it's cleared aside. Team's battling at midfield. Player went down. We get a call against Son, so Westerly will have a free kick. Loose ball, headed ahead. Player went down. That was Ferreira, Cooper Ferreira, junior midfielder. And the call against Classical, so we'll get a free kick here for the Bulldogs. Down 1-0, 8 minutes, 25 seconds on the clock here in this first half. Free kick will be taken by Tim Morin, senior defensive back, and he sends it to the top of the penalty box area. It's headed towards the net, coming out, making the stop is Noah Kim. They got an opportunity there. Now midfield, Ferreira takes it right back for the Bulldogs. Ferreira feeding it ahead for Chiradio. He gets pickpocketed. And now we'll get a throw-in here at midfield for the Bulldogs. Inside 8 minutes remaining in this first half, down to 7:35. 1-0 Classical on the strength of a goal by Asa Son. 5:21 in this first half, leading at 1-0. Off the throw-in, sent towards the penalty box area over the head of Walsh, and it bounces right to Noah Kim. And the Classical keeper will hold on and now boot it ahead to midfield. Now we get a call here against the Bulldogs, so free kick for Classical. They quickly feed ahead, looking to connect with Diaz. Taken right back. Oh, so far in this first half, Sam Manfred, the senior midfielder for Bulldogs, has been everywhere. He is so quick. Now he gets pickpocketed. Boy, just when I'm giving him some accolades, he gets stripped at midfield by Daniel Moda. Oh, and a bad clearing attempt by McCormick. He was trying to throw one out towards midfield, but it slipped and went off the sidelines right in front of us. So a throw-in for Classical. Let's see if they can take advantage of that miscue. This is Jimenez, and now we got a call against Julio Jimenez. And Westerly will have a free kick with 6:15 remaining in this first half. Bulldogs with possession at midfield. Cooper Ferreira. Oh, nice feed ahead by Chiradio, but that was cleared by Classical. They have possession momentarily. Max Diaz had it. Now it deflects out of play, and we'll get a throw-in for Westerly. And now they changed the rule, and it's actually a throw-in for Classical. And this is Diaz. 1-on-2, Diaz still on his feet, looking for help. Centers it out in front, and missing that opportunity to deflect it home is Jimenez. Great feed, though, to Julio Jimenez. He just could not get a foot on it. of a sudden, Classical getting some real good opportunities here against Bill McCormick. Unable to capitalize. This is Jimenez. Jimenez's shot is blocked. Now it deflects, top of the box, and now it's cleared away. Up near midfield. Classical trying to reset an offense here. Teams battling at midfield. Boy, they are really playing hard. It's all been clean play, though. Haven't seen anything now. You got a throw-in by Classical. Westerly thought it was their throw-in, and they started to throw it in. That was Christian Walsh, and then the referee said, no, wrong team. So now O'Gara throws it in. Ahead for Son. Son now feeding to Diaz, but he gets met quickly by the Westerly defense, and there's an opportunity that's sent wide. So with 4 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in this first half, 1-0. Classical High School on top of Westerly High School. This the first semifinal of the night here in Division II. We still have one more game to follow. Clock moving. We're inside 4 minutes remaining. We'll get a goal kick here by McCormick. He'll try and send one as deep as he can out towards midfield, and that one is a bit short, but it does get headed ahead. Classical, though, with possession. Talavera. Now, he tried to feed to a teammate. That teammate went down, and we do get the call on Westerly. The Purple send it ahead. Diaz for Son. The shot. Oh, it hit the top of the crossbar. Great stop by McCormick. He tried to deflect it over the crossbar, but it hit flush on the crossbar and fell right back down in front of the open goal mouth, and McCormick was able to cover it up. So a huge break for Westerly there, as Classical could not cash in. Inside 3 minutes in this first half. Jimenez racing ahead, 1-on-3, and now trying to feed ahead to himself. A bit too far, and it's taken by Westerly, and now players come together again. Jimenez and Ferreira, and the call goes against Ferreira. So we'll get a throw-in for Classical. O'Gara. And now Jimenez gets bodied from behind. Now it's getting a bit rough, and the referee, let's see if he's going to issue anything here. No, he's not. But we do get a call against Westerly. The throw-in for Classical. O'Gara, his throw-in deflected and cleared away by Westerly. 2 minutes on the clock. And now the final 2 minutes will be kept on the field by the referee, George Mello. Westerly trying to get a late goal here in this first half to avert going into the halftime break down a goal. Quickly the ball sent ahead. Bulldogs have possession. There's a shot towards the net. Easy stop. Shot put on net. I believe that was Jen Corelli for Westerly. We're inside a minute remaining in this first half. And now a Classical player goes down. That looks to be Diaz. He's okay. Bulldogs will have a goal kick here. Again, we don't know exactly how much time is left in this first half. Final 2 minutes of any half. Time is kept on the field by the referee. McCormick sends it out to midfield. It's headed right back towards the Westerly end of the field. Bulldogs, though, have possession. They turn and come ahead at midfield. This is Weber. Ferreira went down momentarily, and now Classical with possession. They come ahead. This is a feed for Diaz. Diaz has Jimenez with him. Now he centers it out for Varechia, Mike Varechia. Ball, though, went out of play. And referee coming over. I'm not exactly sure what he's doing. It looks to be he's giving a free kick here to Classical, I believe. That is the call. Tough angle on the net. But Classical will get a free kick here. And I think it's going to be Asa Son who's going to take it. It is. All right, now they switch. And here's a free kick for Classical. Jimenez and Diaz out in front of the goal. There's a ball hit towards the center of the penalty box area, but it's headed away by the defense. Nicely done. Moran coming ahead. Player falls down for Classical, but coming over to help out is McPherson for the purple. Now we get a whistle, and that ends the half. So after the first 40 minutes of play here, Classical, on the strength of a goal by Asa Son with 5:21 into this first half, lead it by a score of 1-0. So we are at the half of our first Division II semifinal of the night. We'll take a break, and then we'll come back with the second half. My name's Glenn Contosello. Surely hope you're enjoying our coverage of the Rhode Island Interscholastic League Boys High School Soccer Semifinals. We'll take a break and be back with the second half after this. Stay tuned. And welcome back to Kachiri Field here at East Greenwich High School in East Greenwich, Rhode Island. Glenn Conticello with you. 1-0 is our score here as we get ready for the second half. Asa Son scoring at 5:21 of that first half, giving Classical the lead that they will have as we start this second half. And for Asa Son, his 12th goal of the season. It was a very physical first half. Again, in my eyes, a clean first half. But it was very physical, and I can't say one team had the better of the physical play, but I felt Classical was a bit more assertive with that physical play. But it didn't seem like Westerly was backing down or fearing the body contacts that were going on there. We did have a yellow card that was issued to Dylan Serra, senior defensive back for the Westerly High Bulldogs. That was the only card issued in the first half. Both teams had opportunities, although Westerly could not get shots on net. Classical late in that first half had a golden opportunity, but the shot was deflected by McCormick, the Westerly goalie, and he was sort of deflecting it over the top of the crossbar, but it actually hit flush on the crossbar, deflected right back down to him, and he was able to cover it up and hold on without any further opportunities by the Purple. So as we get set to start this second half, Glenn Conticello with you. Surely hope you're enjoying our coverage. Here are the Rhode Island Interscholastic League Boys High School Soccer Championships. This is the semifinal match between the top seed Classical Purple and the number 4 seed Westerly Bulldogs. Westerly won the regular season match between these two teams 1-0, but right here Classical leads 1-0 here in the state championship semifinals. And as we start the second half, teams again battling at midfield, trying to gain possession. Looks like Classical has done that, trying to feed ahead for Jimenez, but the defensive backs for the Bulldogs would have nothing of it. Quickly turn it aside and move ahead as they transition to offense. They've had trouble at midfield with the Classical defense. Now we get a whistle, and at midfield, a Classical player has gone down, and call, I believe, is going to go against Westerly. I believe that was Diaz. Yes, Max Diaz went down. He's okay. And we'll get a free kick near midfield for the Purple. Quickly they send it ahead, top of the penalty box. That's headed away by the Bulldogs defense. Thrown at midfield by Classical. That was McPherson sending it ahead. This is Jimenez. And calling his name an awful lot here tonight for Classical. Of course, comes in leading the state in scoring. He's had a great senior season. Out midfield. This is Diaz chasing for the Purple. He has possession. Stops on a dime. Now he gets tripped up. And we get a call against a Bulldog. Call going against Tim Morin, the senior defensive back for the Bulldogs. We'll get a free kick here taken by Matt McPherson for Classical. He's got Diaz in the box. Jimenez is near the top of the box. There's a ball sent towards the net. It's headed away, and it goes out of play. We'll get another throw in here for Classical. Looking for their second tally of the game. They lead it 1-0. That was our score at the half as we start here in the second half. And again, the throw-in. Diaz pushing a defender aside before the throw-in. There's the throw-in. As you see, it gets headed away, and the Bulldogs able to clear it. And they try now transition on offense. They quickly try a feed ahead for a Weber. Classical, though, getting back. Ball loose at midfield. This is Chiradio. He gets stripped. And now a Classical player went down, and the referee, George Mello, comes in, and we get a call against a Bulldog. And the Classical player that is down, that's number 2, Rich Hewitt, and Hewitt quickly gets up. That's the only thing in regards to soccer that sometimes make me tilt my head a little bit, where these players roll around in pain on the field just to get a call and a stoppage, and then once you get the whistle blown, they seem to get up and are running up and down the field like nothing happened. And I know in the NBA they have instituted that new flopping rule that after a game the league can look at the film, and if they see a player flopped on a foul that was called on the opposition, they can actually fine that player. And I would think professional soccer needs to institute something like that in the future. These kids at the high school level seem to be watching an awful lot of TV and will embellish. Westerly now coming back defensively, chasing for Classical is Diaz, but the Westerly defense able to clear it away and back to the Classical end of the field. We should get a throw in here for Classical. Midfield, the teams battle for possession. In my view, Classical has been winning that midfield battle. They lead this game 1-0. Now a feed ahead, trying to connect with Jimenez, but we get an offsides call. 5 minutes into the second half. Glenn Conticello with you. Thanks for tuning in. Rhode Island Interscholastic League Boys High School Championship. This is a semifinal matchup between the top seed Classical and the 4th seed Westerly. We'll have the 2-3 game coming up next. Lincoln and Narragansett. Westerly looking for an equalizer right there. Cooper Ferreira just could not gain his footing. Lost possession momentarily. Now Westerly will have a throw-in. Manfred, 1-on-2. Westerly feeding it ahead. That's Weber. And he got the ball knocked off his foot. And Classical now with possession. This is Jimenez trying to turn, give for Son. He does. Asa Son, the lone goal scorer in this game. That is the difference to this point. A little over 6 minutes into the second half. Ferreira feeding ahead. Chasing is Chiradio. Coming out, though, making the stop of that loose ball is Noah Kim. He's made some nice stops when he's being tested here. McCormick has made some dandies as well, but one has gotten by him. Teams battling for possession at midfield. Jimenez trying to control. Double teamed, gets stripped. And now the Bulldogs have it. Taken right back by Asa Son. Son feeding ahead here along the near sideline. McPherson now gives for Diaz. Diaz has it into the penalty box area with a shot and a goal! 7:13 into this second half. The goal for Max Diaz. And for Diaz, just his second goal of the season, but it's a big one. And it gives Classical a 2-0 lead. He really earned that goal. He started the offensive play and then got the pass back and finished it with the left foot. And Classical one step closer to a state final. And now we'll see how Westerly reacts to that goal. Now down by 2 goals, and now Classical will have a throw-in. It'll be handled by Matt McPherson. McPherson looking to toss it into the penalty box area. It's short, deflects out up top for an opportunity that's mishit by Daniel Moda. McCormick now sends it out to midfield. So the Bulldogs are down 2 goals now here in the second half. Looking to get on the board. They were playing needing just 1 to pull even. Now they need 2. Quickly they come ahead. Deep along the far sideline. Jen Corelli loses control and possession as it goes out of play. Beyond the goal line, so we'll get a cold kick for Classical. Westerly now trying to turn up the offensive push, looking to get on the board. Still a lot of time in the second half. But when you're down 2 goals, you need to start pressing the action just a bit. You don't want to be taking dramatic risks with so much time left on the clock. Now, Faricia got hit to the turf. We had a whistle and a call against. Let's see who's it's going to go against. It's going to go against Classical. And Westerly will have a free kick. Charadio sends it towards the penalty box area, but it slipped off his foot a bit, looking to try and bend it towards the box, but never really got the curl on that kick, and it stayed flat. Possession momentarily for Classical. Now at midfield we get a call against Westerly, throwing for Classical. Now Westerly with the possession at midfield. Quickly taken right back. Ahead it goes for Jimenez. Jimenez deep along the far sideline. Oh, nice move. Looking to center. He does, but it's deflected away. Nice job by Greg Garceau. Quickly sent right back in by Classical. It's headed away, and we get a whistle. And a call against Classical. Westerly will have it with a free kick here, and with a little over 10.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Max Diaz scored 7:13 into this second half, giving Classical a 2-0 lead. Westerly looking to get on the board, but Classical has possession. Ball is loose ahead. Players offside. Just barely. Jimenez, check that. I think that Diaz was just ahead of the play. I mean, barely. But the linesman was right there, and his flag was up immediately. Yeah, that was Max Diaz. Westerly looking for their first marker of the night. They're down 2-0. Nice chest pass ahead by Jimenez as he fed for McPherson, who got hit hard to the turf. No call against a Westerly player. McPherson will throw in. Looking ahead for Jimenez. Can't connect. Now we get a late whistle. And a call against Classical. So Westerly will have it. Free kick. I think Julio Jimenez is getting a bit frustrated with some of the physical play we've seen the last couple of minutes. That call had gone against Jimenez. Now Westerly will have a free kick. They'll try and send one towards the penalty box area. Here we go. They do. They send it towards the net. Can they deflect it? No. Deflected away by the Classical defense, and they clear it away. Quickly coming up. Bulldogs trying to keep the pressure on, but the ball is deflected into the midfield area. This is Ferreira. He gets stripped by Mota. Mota feeding ahead. Chasing is Diaz. Diaz deep along the far sideline. Battling with Tim Morin. Morin able to deflect a centering pass out of play, so we'll get a throw-in for Classical. Inside 27 minutes remaining in the second half. Ball sent top of the box area. That's headed aside. And now Westerly coming ahead. This is Manfred. Now he loses possession. You can see the Bulldogs a little bit more urgency in their play here, especially when they're trying to move the ball ahead. Nice move initially by Dylan Serra, who was shown a yellow card in the first half. Couldn't finish. Bulldogs regrouping offensively here. Manfred ahead, can't connect. Defense is there, and it's cleared aside. Now again, the Bulldogs with possession. Ferreira had it, gets stripped by Jimenez. Jimenez trying to feed ahead to Diaz, but they can't connect, and the Westerly goalkeeper, Bill McCormick, came out. He punt that ball out of harm's way. Taken right back. Asa Son. Ahead now for Jimenez. He's onside. Jimenez to the side of the net. Still with it with the left foot. A shot deflects off a leg out of play. We'll get a corner kick. And it looks as if Julio Jimenez will do the honors of the corner here along the near sideline for Classical. 25-25 remaining here in the second half. Jimenez has Diaz set up out front. He sends one towards the penalty box area out in front of the net, but no one really home at all. The feed was a bit too long, and Westerly has possession. Geradio sending ahead. Trying to connect with Weber. Getting back defensively was Nate Callanan, senior midfielder. This is Geradio. He gets tripped up. We get a call. Free kick here for Westerly. They need to get something going here, down 2-0. And looks like the free kick will be taken by Serra, and it is. And with the left foot, he sends it towards the top of the box. A deflection. They were looking to connect to Walsh, couldn't do it. Or check that with Pat Johns, they could not. Now Classical transitions to offense momentarily, but Westerly got back. Players come together. Play continues. Manfred ahead for Geradio. Geradio now feeds deep along the far sideline, looking for Zach Weber, but they can't connect. Ball goes out of play. So Classical will have it again. 2-0 is our score. Classical on top. Okay. Clock moving. 23 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the second half. 2-0 is our score. Classical on top. Ace Hassan in goal in the first half. Max Diaz here in the second half for Classico. Classical lost the regular season matchup between these two teams 1-0, but they lead it here 2-0 in the state semifinal. Just been told by my astute producer that I have been inadvertently mispronouncing Jonathan Caradillo's name. I apologize, Jonathan, and to his family. Throw in here for Westerly. Teams battling for possession. And we'll get another throw in for Westerly, and they throw in not from the correct spot, so they'll redo. Inside 22 minutes remaining in this second half. 2-0, the Purple are on top. Looking to move on to the state finals on Saturday. Manfred. Now they quickly feed ahead. Chasing was Garceau, but coming out, Noah Kim. And he quickly flings it ahead, connecting with Ace Hassan. Taken right back by the Bulldogs. Looking for a first goal here tonight. This is Manfred stepping around his defender. Manfred still with possession. Feeding now ahead. That's cleared aside by the Purple defense. Teams again battling at midfield. Been this way all night long. Now coming ahead is Christian Walsh, but his shot ahead was deflected. Taken back by Manfred for Westerly High. Manfred working with Garceau. Manfred has it. Sends one now towards the net, right on the goal, but Noah Kim is there, making the stop, making it look pretty easy for a sophomore. As I said earlier, two sophomore netminders here tonight. McCormick for Westerly and Noah Kim for Classical High. Now Classical looking to mount an attack, looking ahead for Jimenez, but they can't connect. Taking right back, McPherson sends it ahead, looking for Diaz. He chases, but can't control, and it's taken back by Westerly. Midfield, they have it. Come ahead. Caradillo had it. And now the ball is deflected out of play. Looking to connect with Garceau, but it was last touched by Classical. We'll get a throw in for Westerly. Inside 20 minutes remaining, second half. And Jonathan Caradillo will throw it in. Caradillo throws it in, and it's quickly deflected right back to him. He's got it. Jonathan Caradillo, he's been very active here tonight. Good-looking player. Still has possession. Being hounded by Daniel Mota. Now Caradillo sends one far side of the net, looking to connect with Ferreira, but pass was a bit too far, goes out of play, and we'll get a free kick here, I believe, yes, for Classical. McPherson sending it ahead, looking to connect with Diaz. It's deflected. Now Jimenez has it. Jimenez trying to send one towards the front of the net, but the Bulldogs defense would have nothing of it, and it's quickly cleared aside. Westerly down 2. It's 2-0 with 18 minutes and 20 seconds remaining on the clock here in the second half. Now we get a call against Classical, so Bulldogs will have possession. They need a quick strike here because sooner rather than later, the clock is going to become an enemy to Westerly. Now, Classical have it ahead. That was Asa Son, the first goal scorer for Classical in this game back in the first half. A little over 5 minutes in, he was able to score, giving Classical the lead, and they lead it here 2-0. Max Diaz scoring here in the second half for the Purple. 17 minutes, 35 seconds remaining. Glenn Conticello with you. Thanks for tuning in. Rhode Island Interscholastic League Boys High School Soccer Semifinals. Top seed, Classical leading the number 4th seed, Westerly Bulldogs. 2-0 is our score. We were told this would be a close matchup, a physical matchup, and boy, we are seeing that. We have had one yellow card issued in this game. It's been a tight battle. Westerly with possession. This is Manfred working with Ferreira. And now Ferreira gets pickpocketed and the ball sent ahead for Jimenez. Jimenez now trying to feed to his teammate. He's able to connect with Diaz. Diaz on net. The goal tender comes out nicely. McCormick to deflect that ball away from Jimenez before he can get a shot on net. Now McPherson has it for Classical. He gets stripped. Oh, now a hard hit on Billy O'Gara, sophomore midfielder for Classical, and the call goes against Classical. So Westerly will have it. Free kick. Quickly they send it ahead. And we've got an offside. Now the clock becoming a factor, I believe, for Westerly. We're down to 16 minutes remaining. And any extra time after that. I'm not sure we have had any players down in the second half. Classical has done a nice job packing it in once Westerly gets an opportunity. This is Jimenez chasing. Coming out, though, is McCormick, and he is able to kick it out of play, so we'll get a throw-in here for Classical. It'll be taken by McPherson. Quickly sends it in. Looking to connect with Ace Hassan, but pass was a bit too hard and taken by McCormick. He sends it ahead. Now Bulldogs transition on offense, and they quickly lose possession, and it's taken back by Classical. They come ahead. Looking to feed Jimenez. He's got an opportunity here, but McCormick came out to kick it away. Those two have been battling here tonight. McCormick has been pretty smart for a sophomore. He's able to react quickly and made the right and correct decision there with Jimenez chasing after that loose ball. He left his goal crease area, and that was the move to make, and just kicked it out of harm's way. So we'll get a throw-in. Now goes into the penalty box area. Classical trying to get a foot on it. They can't. It's cleared away momentarily. Not a shot on net, but it will go high and over the net. Kevin Tay, a freshman midfielder, getting a check that. That was Billy O'Gara. O'Gara with a shot. Went over the top of the crossbar. Got onto that shot a bit. Approaching 14 minutes remaining in the second half. Classical holding on. 2-0 lead. They led 1-0 at the half, and they got a goal by Max Diaz, 7:13 into the second half to take a 2-0 lead. And we watch the clock count down. Westerly now has to be a bit more desperate on offense. Got to take a lot more chances here. Down 2 goals. Bulldogs send it ahead and chase. The ball along the sideline almost went out of play. Classical able to keep it in play, and now they have possession. Son sending it ahead for Jimenez. They're looking to play give and go. Jimenez, no, keeps possession. Steps around his defender. Gets in the center of the field. Still with it. Now he loses it. Cooper Ferreira came over. And has to send that ball out of play, so we'll get a throw in for Classical inside 13 minutes remaining. This is Son. Son giving ahead for McPherson. McPherson changes direction with the left foot, sends it top of the box, and that's cleared aside. Clearing attempt hit Son, but his hands were behind his back. So no handball called there. Hit his arm. Classical now very content in just gaining possession and sending the ball towards the Westerly net. Time is on their side. Within 12 minutes remaining now. The ball headed towards the net, coming out. Hesitating momentarily, it was Bill McCormick. He had a striker bearing down on him. That was Diaz, but got there just in the nick of time. 11:35 remaining in the second half. 2-0 Classical on top. And so far they're away from getting into the state finals on Saturday. And an opponent to be determined later tonight. This is Asa Son. Son gets pickpocketed. Classical gets it back. Son with it again. He gets bodied off the ball, and now we get a call. And it goes against number 10, Zach Weber. We'll get a free kick here for the Purple. They send one into the penalty box area. It's headed towards the net, but an easy stop on one hop by McCormick. Westerly working along the far sideline, trying to work it ahead. Deflected back into the Westerly end of the field. It's been the problem all night for Westerly. Once they start moving it ahead, they get to midfield. That's where they run into difficulty with this midfielders and the defense core for Classical. I clearly believe in what I've seen here tonight that Classical has won the midfield matchup here tonight. Bulldogs have possession. Moving ahead is Weber. He loses possession. Taken back by Classical. Now they'll transition onto offense. Jimenez. He's got possession working ahead. Everybody's onside. Double team. Now he sends it in top of the box. He's got a man. Opportunity here for Son with the left foot. He sends it in the center of the box. Looking for Diaz. Can't get a shot on net. Still, though, has possession. He got stripped up. He's still down. No call. And Westerly with possession. And they clear it to midfield. 9.5 remaining. Classical didn't get a shot on goal there, but what they did, they killed 2 minutes off the clock. And that's just as good as a goal in my mind, and I'm sure in the mind of Ryan Cafferty, the head coach for Classical. Each time they have possession, that's an opportunity that Westerly does not get to score a goal. So the more Classical can stay on offense, the better. And here's Jimenez coming ahead. He's got Diaz with him. Jimenez will put a shot on net and a goal! Oh, that was gorgeous. .31-28 of the second half. Julio Jimenez gives Classical a 3-0 lead. And for Jimenez, his 24th goal of the season. Leads the state in scoring, and boy, you could see there the reason why. He had a beautiful angle, and the netminder, Bill McCormick, gave him the far side, and he buried it. Well, the classical followers that are here enjoying it, they've seen that combination all season long. Julio Jimenez, he was teamed with Diaz there, and he really used Diaz as a decoy. And the defense seemed to peel a bit off of Jimenez and gave him a shooting lane, and boy, he took advantage. Approaching 8 minutes remaining in this one. So it looks as if one half of the Division II final is going to be set with Classical moving on. They just got to hold off Westerly in the final 8 minutes of this one, and they will move on and take on the winner of Lincoln and Narragansett, which comes up next. And again, these semifinal games were rescheduled for tonight because of the impending storm here on the East Coast, especially here in Rhode Island, coming up tomorrow and as well on Thursday. And the girls' semifinals were also affected, moved to today and taken off the schedule for tomorrow and Thursday. And all the finals will be played on the weekend to avoid the inclement weather. And the early look at the weather for the weekend is good, so shouldn't have any problems over the weekend. And they're getting all the games in tonight on the boys' side and, of course, the girls' side as well. So that's huge. All right, this is Asa Son, and he sends one towards the net. Nice stop by McCormick. Asa Son scored the first goal of the game way back in the first half, 5:21 into this game. Max Diaz scored at 7:13 in the second half, and just a moment ago, Julio Jimenez scoring for Classical his 24th goal of the season. He leads the state in goal scoring, and he has had quite a senior season for Classical. Approaching 6 minutes remaining in this one. Classical faithful are going to go home very happy. Westerly will end a very, very good season. Tough battle here tonight against a real good Classical squad. Westerly had some opportunities, but they just were not able to finish with quality shots on net. They got it within the penalty box area, but never really put a hard shot on Kim. Inside 5.5 minutes remaining. Clock moving, approaching 5 minutes remaining in this semifinal, Division II semifinal. Westerly won the regular season matchup between these two teams, 1-0. That game between Classical and Westerly was the final regular season game for both teams back on October 25th. So it was pretty recent. Westerly won that game, but tonight it has been all Classical. Call against Classical there, so Caradillo will send it towards the net. Nice stop by Kim. 3 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in this second half. Westerly down 3-0 and still giving it a great effort down the stretch here. Can they score at least a goal and get on the board? Had an opportunity a moment ago, but Noah Kim has looked pretty good for a sophomore. Now we'll get a throw in along the far sideline for Westerly. An opportunity and a shot put on goal by Caradeo, but Noah Kim is there again. Boy, he has looked very, very sharp. Now Classical feeding it ahead for an opportunity. Looking to connect with Kevin Tay, a freshman midfielder, but he got bodied from behind, no call. Now a player at midfield goes down for Classical. That looks to be Asa Son. Looks like he's got a cramp. Left leg area. Now a player came over from Westerly to help Son stretch out that cramp. Yeah, nice sportsmanship there. The Westerly player coming over to help out Asa Son. Now the trainer comes out to stretch out Son here. He's cramping a bit. It's the calf area. Stop the clock. 2 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in this second half. The purple on top, 3-0. Let's see if Son will continue or go off. He's limping a bit. Yeah, he's still cramping. I'm sure he'll send him off here and team in the game well under control. And we got our second Division II semifinal coming up next. Narragansett taking on Lincoln High. All right, Son has made it to the sideline again, trying to walk off that cramp, but it's not working. He's back laying down, and they're going to have to stretch him out some more. All right, we continue on. Caradeo. Throw it into the penalty box area. That's headed away. And quickly Classical sending it ahead. They're trying again to connect with Kevin Tay, a freshman midfielder, and the players go down hard. And now the referee comes over and just separates the players. We're inside 2 minutes. Again, the final 2 minutes are kept on the field by the referee, George Mello. Nice stop there by McCormick. Quickly boots it ahead to midfield. And Classical just wants to run out the final couple of minutes here. Get ready for Saturday's final. I'm thinking they might hang around maybe for the first half of our second semifinal tonight just to watch Narragansett and Lincoln play, but not sure what the coach will decide. Might not be in the best interest for his team to sit in the cold and watch, the game, and figure they can watch a if they're going to leave some coaches back to maybe videotape some of the game. Watch some of the game film and see how the teams perform. They can watch our broadcast. Again, we know we're within 2 minutes. This game being wrapped up. In fact, I'm sure within the final minute. Once we hear the official George Mello blow his whistle, that'll wrap it up. There's a ball set on net. Coming out is Noah Kim. Make the stop. And this one just about over. Player is down for Classical, top of the penalty box area, and referee comes over, and not sure who that is. Player is still down. That's number 13. That's Kenny Cordoba, a junior midfielder for the Purple. Not sure if he got hit in the midsection. He's holding his ribs area, front of his top of his stomach, and he is still down. Not sure if he's trying to catch his breath or he got elbowed in that area, but trainer now is out there tending to him. We're within the final minute of this one. So they are working on Kenny Cordoba. He must really be hurt there. Now he is sitting up and has gotten to his feet, and that's a great sign. And he is limping a bit, favoring his right leg. Oh, no, he's actually holding the right side of his midsection. Again, not sure at all what happened there, but looks to be okay walking off on his own power. So again, we have seconds to play here. We are within the final minute. Again, the clock being kept on the field here in the final 2 minutes of this half. And they're just waiting for Cordoba to get off the field. And then they'll restart play. And here we go. Play getting a bit chippy here in the final couple of minutes. It's been a very physical game, but in a very clean way. And we're just waiting for the referee, George Mello, to blow his whistle once time expires. And that'll do it. Classical has won it, defeating Westerly by a score of 3-0. And they will move on to the state finals on Saturday. They'll take on the winner of Narragansett and Lincoln, which comes up next here from Carcieri Field at East Greenwich High School here in East Greenwich, Rhode Island. Asa Son got the scoring going for Classical back in the first half. 5:21 of that first half made it 1-0. Here in the second half, Matt Diaz made it 2-0 at 7:13 of the second half, and then Julio Jimenez capped the scoring for Classical with 31-28 into the second half, giving the Purple the 3-0 victory over Westerly, and they move on to the state finals here in Division II. Classical raising their record to 16-1-1, while Westerly will end their season at 12-5-2. That's all the time we have for you for the coverage of our first Division II semifinal tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back and have our second semifinal, and that'll set up our final matchup. Narragansett and Lincoln will battle coming up next. We'll take a break and come back with our second semifinal, so stay tuned.